How to get a woman to think about you non-stop. Number 1. Have a real existence. What I mean by this is have things going on in your life that keep you occupied. There's nothing less strange than a man who is accessible day in and day out and reacts to the entirety of our writings inside a moment. In the event that you need us to consider you, at that point you have to make a hole for that to occur. There should be some space for us to consider what you're doing and when we'll hear once again from you. Presently I'm not proposing you hold up days to content back, or utilize this as some sort of trick to play mind games. I'm stating really have genuine articles you're occupied with. This makes you go over way not so much poor, but rather more intriguing. What's more, this blend is urgent in the event that you need to be a person we can't quit thinking about. Number 2. Be strange. On the off chance that something is a riddle, it's simply human instinct to need to comprehend it. Which implies if a lady discovers you strange, it's just regular, she'll invest energy pondering you to attempt to make sense of you. In any case, most folks approach this strategy all off base. They believe being strange methods never disclosing to her anything about yourself, or keeping away from every last bit of her inquiries. That doesn't cause you to appear to be secretive. It causes you to appear to be obscure. Rather, you need to give her a portion of your story, yet not every last bit of it. A decent method to do this is to address a portion of her inquiries straightforwardly. Be that as it may, with others, energetically keep down on uncovering the appropriate response. For instance, suppose she asks you what your greatest enthusiasm in life is. You could reveal to her that it's golf, voyaging, nourishment, or some other intrigue you may have. There's no puzzle with that, however. So imagine a scenario in which you said something like, "Well, I'd love to let you know, however that is extremely to a greater degree a third date discussion." By then I'll have a superior thought whether you could deal with the appropriate response. In the event that you do this with a perky grin, I promise it will make you way progressively secretive in her psyche. Furthermore, she'll be passing on for the third date to come around so she can discover the appropriate response. One proviso with this system. Try not to utilize antique lines like, "Well, I could let you know, yet then I'd need to kill you." A player in being secretive isn't stating something she's heard 1,000 times previously. Number 3. Put yourself first. This conflicts with the normal shrewdness that ladies need a man to put us first. Indeed, it sounds great in principle that a person will make us the focal point of his universe, yet it gets exhausting genuine fast. And we'll begin to lose regard for him for not being even more a test. We can't fixate on a person who's as of now fixated on us. It simply doesn't work that way. The sort of folks who stall out in our minds are the ones who are certain and self-sufficiently assured to seek after what they need. They don't put their very own needs and wants on hold to pacify others. This doesn't mean you have to disregard our sentiments all the while. However, you should begin making a move dependent on what will satisfy you above all else. Presently, when you set up these 3 things together, you'll be well on your approach to being the sort of fellow we continually consider